Hey y'all, it's Megan. Welcome back to the channel. Glad y'all are here today. Come spend some time with us this evening. I'm going to show y'all what I'm fixing for supper. But first, we got a little girl wanting to show off her horse. And she gets him out and takes care of him every day. And she wants to show him off a little bit. My hot pepper trick has yet to work on my chickens. We were gone to the beach for 5 days. No eggs. So, it's the time of year it is. I'm aware of that. It's the time of year. They're getting their extra protein feed. We feed them that anyway. You know. Like I told them the other day, though, entertain me. An egg here or there, occasionally, maybe. There she goes. Maggie's horse is Ty. He is an elderly horse. He's blind in one eye. I've had numerous vets out to look at that eye through the last couple years to no avail. But he is blind in one eye. Thankful for my older horses for the kids to have to learn on though. Because that's what makes her able to come in, put his halter on herself. You know, she learns a lot, and he's very, very, very patient. What are you doing? Hey, baby.
Keep your head down.
And this one here is my baby. I've been riding this horse, or had this horse, for most of my life. Isn't that right? I got him when he was 3, going on 4, and now he's like 31, I think. Something like that. So, yep, this is my baby. That right. You ready? All right. So Maggie, when we're home, she brushes him just about every single day. She does warm compresses on his whole eye. And well, she just gives him plenty of TLC, plenty of treats. And everything else. Plenty of treats and plenty of loving. Ain't that right, baby? What do you want me to do now? Look, he's coming with you. He said, "What you got me today?"
I'll give you some motion in a minute. He's like, I'm military shy. Oh. So I am going to start braiding my horse's tail. Don't look at me like that, Ty. And this is my main brush. Use it for tail. And I'm going to braid it. I love to braid. So I'm going to braid it. And you always braid your hair a certain way, but they have a bone there. Okay. And if you want to, and you can never stand behind the horse. But you're wondering why I'm standing back here, because he knows I'm back here because I'm burning his tail. Pie, you're really fast. His tail's all braided. Yeah, you're finished.
You got him, bro?
Yeah, I'm all
Is this from where he's been eating the leaves?
Yeah.
I see you braided his tail.
He's like yummy. I was gonna put.
What was you feeding him?
Oats. He's like, thank you. Wait, why are you videoing me? Why are you videoing me? I'm camera shy, Nair. Why? I can video enough. I'm camera
He likes
shy.
his oats, don't he?
Yes, he loves them. I mean, like, sometimes Mom gets some bread or apples, and he hears a bag jingle with apples. He's like, I know those are mine. I just know those are mine. And if he sees bread, he's like, I still know they're mine.
I guess I'm fixing to do something I've been ready to do for quite a while, and that's clean up these leaves in this yard. Now my leaves on my trees, you can see they're not quite done yet, but I've done blowed the house off up there. The gutters in the house, I've blowed that off twice so far during the fall season here. But we're at the point that there's enough leaves on the yard that I can get the leaves up, and they just need to be cleaned up. But I'm tired of tracking leaves into the house, so something needs to be done about them. Now, you might say, well, why in the world are you going to bore us, Andy, with watching you get up leaves? And I get it, probably might be a little bit boring, but this is the best thing in this world to make you some good, healthy garden soil. I have on purpose not mowed the yard now for about a month. And so we've got some really good grass clippings in there. The grass is somewhat tall, so there'll be some really good grass clippings mixed with all these dead leaves. It's going to be the perfect mixture to use as mulch or to turn into compost, which all of mine will just be used as mulch on the garden, but it would make great compost, great anything. I'll take these things and just pile them up in the garden and let them kind of break down over the winter. And then come spring of the year, till them under. And I've been doing that now for the past probably 15 years on our main garden spot out there. And that's how we've got that beautiful black dirt that we've got in that garden. It did not start out that way. It come from doing this right here. Because it's a great way to build up your garden soil without spending any money. So let's get at it. Y'all look how pretty them things just shined up there. I've been helping Daddy most of the day turn land. He called me, I talked to him yesterday, and he said he was going to turn some land today. And I know a lot of people don't turn land, or they don't believe in turning land, and that's fine. That's all fine and dandy. But I have so many childhood memories with my daddy turning land. And every opportunity I get, you better believe, if I'm able, I'm going to go help him turn land. I had to move that out of the way, grab my leaf blowers here, and we'll go up here and get started. Some of y'all probably going to look at this thing and say, what in the world kind of funny looking mower is that, Andy? This is a walker mower, and its whole purpose is to bag grass, catch grass clippings, leaves, or anything like that. This particular mower is probably not the mower that most homeowners are going to have. but it's a mower I use in my landscaping business. But they're designed specifically for catching grass clippings. But if you're wanting to catch leaves and put them on your garden, you don't have to have a mower like that to do it. It can be as simple as blowing all the leaves out from around your house and just using your regular riding mower, blowing them all up into a circle, blowing all your leaves to the inside, and then just go and rake them up and put them in a wheelbarrow or on a tarp or something and drag them to your garden that way. There's lots of ways this can be done, but since this is the profession I'm in, I just happen to have the equipment to make it easier. However, if I wasn't in this profession, I probably wouldn't have a walker mower sitting out here because they just wouldn't be any good to me around the house here. You can take leaves, raw leaves, and pile them on your garden just like they are, but they break down a whole lot faster if they're chopped up. So when they get chopped up from that mower, it just makes that process a lot better and a lot faster.
So I got done canning my peas literally right before we left to go to the beach. So I gotta get these put up for storage. I like to let them set about 24 hours before I put them up. So of course I was gone at the 24-hour mark. So I gotta get them put up down in the basement. Now, I get this question a lot. Why do you take the rings off? Why do I take the rings off of my jars? This is how I store them. Just like this. The reason being, there is no question whether that jar is sealed or not. When this jar comes unsealed, it's going to be unsealed. Even if it's just a faint little air hole, this food is going to go bad. If you store it with the rings on it, it can cause possibly a false seal, or if you're in maybe a dampish, humid place, moisture can gather under that ring right there and cause your lid to rust all the way around the edge, in turn also maybe breaking your seal sooner than it should have been. So false seal, or it can make it come unsealed too early. There's nothing wrong with this. Is the proper way that I've always been taught to store them. You can tell it's sealed. I am holding on to just the lid there. And there's no reason that can't be stored just like that, because I want to know if that seal comes loose. I don't want to have any question whether that food is still sealed or not. So let's get these down to the grocery store and get them put up. Then I'm going to make some slaw. The youngins want cheeseburgers tonight for supper. Well, and I got a few, I think I got 3 cabbage heads left that were harvested before that freeze. And so I'm going to make some slaw. I ain't made none since spring. I'll show y'all how I do that. I love slaw. I could eat slaw. It's one of my favorite foods. It's one of those comfort food things. But it's got to be the right kind of slaw. Now, I'm not funny about a lot of stuff, but I'm funny about slaw. There's only certain slaws that I will eat. This deli slaw stuff, nah. Not for me. I'll show y'all how I do it, how I enjoy it anyway. But anyways, let me get this downstairs first and get these out my way. Now, when I am putting stuff in my grocery store here, I like to keep light things together, like peas and carrots. I try to keep it as organized as I can. If I still had older peas that needed to go somewhere, I would put those to the front and put these 2025 ones towards the back so I could keep a good rotation with them. But I don't have any more left from that time, unfortunately. But that's how I do everything in here. When I bring in new canned food, I put the oldest to the front and the newest to the back. That way everything stays in a good rotation. The old stuff is not getting pushed to the back. It's all brought to the front, and it's just a good way to do it. And here's y'all another good look at the grocery store. I usually keep my lard on top, which it's about hog killing time. Don't have a ton left up there. Mostly green beans, tomato products and pickles. There's some chicken broth and ribs there. Kraut, which is kept excellent down here. Chicken, pickles, just random stuff, but everything, all like things are together. Chow chow. Corn, beans, more canned meat down there. One of these days soon, hopefully, I can come down here and give y'all a full-blown tour of all things food storage and how I do it, because I don't keep my jams and jellies down here, so that's not even a part of this mix.
So what we're going to do first is we're going to blow all the leaves out to the grassy areas to where we can get to them. So anything up around the house will get blowed out to the grass. Anywhere that's around stuff you can't mow around will get blowed out into the grass. All these leaves laying out here in the driveway, they'll get blowed to a spot of grass somewhere, just wherever's the easiest to blow them to. Now, I will say that if you don't garden, but yet you have a yard, that chopping these leaves up and leaving them laying on the grass is extremely beneficial to your grass too. However, I'm more concerned about my garden than I am my yard, so I like to put the leaves on the garden. But if you didn't have a garden, that's a really good way to help improve the soil life in your yard. Like I said, I just want to put these things on my garden and use them there because I can eat my garden, I can't eat my grass. All right, Jacob, so what I want you to do, I'm going to put you out here in this big open area where it's easiest to work, and you can blow. It feels like the wind's trying to blow this way, but if you can't do it, you can blow them back up into this part of the yard, but try to blow all these leaves down into that area down there, and I'll suck them up from down there.
So you want me to do all these leaves over there?
Yeah, all this in this whole wide open area here, all around through there. Just blow everything that way. I'm going to get started up here where everything's real cramped up and tight. And so I'll give you the easy part where it's out here wide open.
Okay.
And then once we get everything blowed out, you can go do whatever you want, because then I'll just be riding around on the mower sucking them up.
Okay.
Look, start back there and get them all going this way. Work back and forth and blow them this way.
Okay.
It'll make it easier on you.
With a fairly medium small cabbage head. I'm gonna chop it till it fills up my glass dish here. What size does this is? I got a pile of these glass containers and they work perfect for stuff like this. What does that say? 7 cups, maybe? I think that's what that says. 7 cups. It's a 7-cup little glass container. So, of course, the first thing you do for slaw is chop it up. Now chop it up any consistency that you like. I like my slaw a little bit on the coarser side. Now if I'm making it for other people, I'll chop it up a little finer because that's how most people like it. But I like cabbage. I like the taste of cabbage. So I probably do it a little coarser than some folks. Now you're gonna hear something running in the background, and that's just Andy and Jacob out there working. Or it could be my dryer working. It's just life. Now this can also be chopped up like in my food processor. But I don't know. I have a hard time getting it the consistency I want in the food processor, so I just do it this way. Do it ever how your dear heart desires. Some fried cabbage for lunch. I'll founder myself on it though when it's coming in. You better believe it. Better believe it. And actually, the longer slaw sits, the better it is. I probably should have made this yesterday, but it didn't happen that way. It'll still be good, and it'll still be just fine. But it'll be better tomorrow.
Take and see if you can blow all them out of your sandbox there.
Okay.
Without blowing your toys everywhere.
But we're going to go ahead and we're going to put a big old spoonful of mayonnaise in our cabbage. I'm going to put a little sour cream. Now, if I had buttermilk, I would put buttermilk. I ain't got no buttermilk right now. So, we're going to throw in just a little sour cream there. Some apple cider vinegar. A couple tablespoons. About a tablespoon of sugar. Now, every single bit of this is to taste. Okay? To your taste. Good sprinkle of salt. Real good sprinkle of black pepper, just because that's the way I like it. Garlic powder. Onion powder. You can cut up onions in it if you want to. Then we're going to come in with a couple tablespoons of milk. Alright, we're going to get all this stirred in together, then we're going to taste it. That's the most important step to making good slaw. Is you better taste it and make sure you like it. Now, of course, like I said, it will be better the longer it sits. but you at least want a good foundation, right? If you like more mayonnaise-y slaw, put more mayonnaise in it. If you like a more vinegar-based slaw, well, you guessed it. Put you some more vinegar in there. I like the taste of apple cider vinegar versus white vinegar, but that's just me. Y'all just don't know how much I love slaw, though. One of my favorites. And when I have slaw made, you better bet I am eating it with lunch and supper every day. I ain't made it to eating it for breakfast yet, but lunch and supper every day while I've got it. So this will probably last me about 3 days, and I'll have it all eaten. And funny enough, people always like to pick fun, you know, at the way, sometimes the way we say things or call things. And it's all in fun. But this is not coleslaw to me. I don't call anything coleslaw. Maybe deli slaw I might call coleslaw. This is just slaw. S-L-A-W, slaw. And in North Carolina, when we eat our cheeseburgers, at least if you like slaw anyway, slaw goes with cheeseburgers. Just makes it. Alright, let me get me something clean to test this with. I love it. I think it needs a tad more vinegar, but boy, it's good. I like mine a little more on the vinegary side, but I still like a little mayonnaise in it too. I did add just a touch more mayonnaise and sour cream, a little more black pepper, but that's why it's important to taste it. You can go by the recipe, but then adjust it to your taste. That's kind of just like a guideline instead of an actual rule. I'm going to put the lid on this, put it in the fridge, go out and do a few little odds and ends. We'll get supper cooked, and we're going to call it a day.
So I've thought about it here, and instead of me dumping into each individual bed each time, it's tough to get this mower in here to it. I'm just gonna make me one big pile right here. And once I think I've got enough leaves to cover all these beds, I'll move on over to the other raised beds. And then sometime later, I'll come in and mulch these beds with the leaves. quick, I want to show y'all just how beautiful mulch this stuff is. That is the perfect blend of grass clippings and leaves right there to break down fairly quick. The only thing that would make this better is if the leaves had a little bit more moisture in them, they'd break down a whole lot faster, but there ain't nothing I can do about that. The yard always looks so much better once the leaves are gone. That might be the lawn care guy coming out in me, but I'm gonna tell you, you don't realize just how it looks until you get the leaves up off of it. You need me to move my tractor? You going to feed?
Yes.
All right, well.
I'll get back so I can fix up.
I'm probably gonna be riding this mower till it gets dark. Bye. I'll rake this out later, but this will be the perfect mulch for this tree. I'm probably gonna do several of my fruit trees this way. All right, I finally got everything up here in what I call the main yard done. I am very quickly running out of daylight. I got a small pile over there in the corner of that garden. That pile right there will definitely grow. I got a really good sized pile over in that side, and that's enough that it'll mulch those raised beds over there, and I'll probably still have enough to scatter over the in-ground garden part of that garden. I'll do that later, but I've still got plenty of leaves left to fall off the trees to get even more to add to the garden. I've still got to go down here and get all of this. I'm going to go around all the fruit trees. I'm going to do all of that. And I even get a little bit crazy with it. And I go suck leaves from places where I don't even typically mow. But the thing is these leaves are put here. They're free. We might as well take advantage of them and use what we got, what we're given here to make some great garden soil. We hear it all the time. I wish my garden soil looked like y'all's garden soil. Well, this is how it got that way. It's from leaves. And since I don't bring in so many leaves like I used to, I now utilize cover crops as well. But back in the old days when I was doing like 100 yards, well, back when I was taking care of like 100 yards, I had leaves. This whole garden right here would be covered in leaves. And majority of those leaves would just be leaves that I brought in from customers' houses. And so that was a great benefit to the job that I did in order to build our garden up the way we have. But anyways, I'm going to get busy with it and get as much done as I can get done before dark, because like I said, I'm running out of daylight quick. And so we'll see what I can get done. I'm going to try to get it done. I don't think I'm going to get done, but I might. Well, I didn't quite get done.
You didn't?
I got all the areas where we blowed leaves into done, but I didn't get the rest of the yard. But that can all wait till next time.
Yeah, this won't be the last time any of that gets done. Part of that macaroni's for you.
Oh, okay. Man, I love homemade fries.
You want pickles on it? I put some pickles right there.
I don't believe I do.
And pickles are good. Cheeseburgers. These are my bread and butter pickles.
Go ahead. Did you put the microwave?
Cabbage.
No. You still got one more cabbage out there.
I saw it in
The little one.
bed.
And it ain't busted or nothing. It's the prettiest little thing ever.
Well, all of them are busted.
I know.
I cooked me some cabbage for lunch.
Well,
So I'm having cooked cabbage and slaw.
now?
Yeah.
Of course.
And cheeseburgers.
You know, I know it got cold enough to kill most things, but have you noticed that it didn't even kill these petunias that's in these hanging baskets?
I did.
They didn't die. Ain't that crazy?
I wonder why. I didn't realize they were that tough.
Evidently, it didn't get cold enough. I was surprised to see that.
See, I like to put my bread and butter pickles on my cheeseburgers because they got little pieces of onion in them too.
Okay.
They're pickled onion. They taste like pickles.
Might give me a spoon.
I just saw one more pickle. Where you at? There he is. I believe it's about time to empty that jar.
Looks like you've eaten them all.
I think it's done its due. Alright, I'll put some slaw in there in a second.
You can't beat them homemade fries, can you?
Can't beat potatoes, period.
I know. I knew you'd say that.
But
I guess that's it.
yep, guess that's gonna about wrap up today's video, y'all. We're gonna sit down and eat us a bite. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. Hope everybody learned a little something. Anyways, till we see y'all on the next one.
Y'all have a good one.
Have a good one.